The solutions I don't like is when people around election time, all of a sudden my opponent there, it's not really my opponent, the lady from Staten Island there, Nicole, she talks, oh, I visited 7 housing projects yesterday. Oh, really? It's election time. I've been in housing projects my whole life. I know what it's like. I know what the urine-infested hallways are all about. That didn't come overnight. This is not election night for Beau Dietl. This is Beau living New York. I was born in New York, and I'll die in this city. And I know about this city from the train tracks that I was stuck on for 25 minutes on the A train when this mayor's sitting on $4 billion and he doesn't want to release funds for people getting stuck on those trains. Damn him. The people of New York have to vote for a candidate that's going to fight for them and then be a mayor to all the people in New York. Forget about these Democrats and these phony Republicans. This is what it's all about. I've told the Republican Party and I'll tell the Democratic Party, I don't want no party. You know what I want a part of? I want to be the people of New York's candidate. When they come to me and they have a problem, like when I was a detective, I'll solve the problem and we'll cut through all this waste and all this corruption. Try to fix something in New York. We have big corruption with all the contractors. Who hired us? What happened to the bid process? Oh, I don't know. Which way did it go? This is the problem with this mayor, and he can't be elected. We have to go, and we have to get him out of office, and there's only one person that's going to be the people's candidate. Beau Dietl is going to be the mayor of all the people in New York, not the Republican Party, not the Democratic Party. Shake it up, baby. We're going to shake New York up. I'm going to bring the smartest minds to run this city, and we're going to run it without corruption. The guy gets up at 11 o'clock in the morning, shows up at City Hall, wonder why nothing's getting done. The guy's lazy, I don't like him, he's a liar, and he continues to lie to the people of New York City. And have you ever been stuck on a subway train? I was stuck 2 weeks ago for 25 minutes on the A train. This guy's sitting on $4 billion. Release the funding, save people from being stuck in the subway. I want to see the first person that has a heart attack on that subway train that's stuck underneath the ground. I'd like to represent them on a lawsuit against New York City. You're sitting on $4 billion. You don't want to release a $500 million emergency funding? Something's wrong. That's like if I have food and there's a bunch of starving people over there. I said, well, you can't have it until you pay for it. No, you give the people the food, you feed them before you worry about where the money's going to come from. You know, it's common sense. It's called compromise. It's called evolving yourself from your thought process. Years ago, I thought one way. Today, I'm very open. I'm very open for people getting subsidized on the subways who can't afford to pay for the MTA. I'm very open for people having affordable, permanent housing. I'm also involved with this thing with Randalls Island, a complete hashmash. As far as he's concerned, he's out of his mind. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And as far as the shelters go, people don't want them in their backyards. I agree with that. We could build 40-story projects where the homeless could go and stay. We have Ward's Island, we have Randalls Island. These are city-owned properties. You don't want them in your neighborhood? I got a solution for that. There's a solution for everything. Everything's compromised.
Would the FAA allow 40-story projects?
Well, we're not talking about Rikers Island. I apologize. We're talking about Randalls Island, Ward's Island. You have some pretty big buildings there, yeah.
Paul Massey, you had dinner with him about a month ago.
Yeah.
Have you spoken with him since, and do you have any expectation of an endorsement?
Paul Massey says you're out of your mind, Beau. I'm over here in Hyannis Port over here, tanning up. You look like a movie star. He says, why would you want to do this? That's a great question. You know what I'm going to tell you tonight? I'm a grandfather here in New York City. My grandson lives here. I love New York City. And why am I running for mayor? I'm running for the people of New York because there's not one candidate out here that could beat Bill de Blasio. He's afraid of one person. Why did he knock me out of the Supreme Court, Appellate Court, and the Court of Appeals? What is he so afraid of? I think it's that 31% undecided voters that the last Quinnipiac poll came up with. And as far as I'm concerned, I go all over the city. I get more compliments from people. Please, Beau, run. Run, keep running. I said, I'm on it. November 7th, Beau Dietl will be on the ballot. I don't know about these other people, but I'll be there November 7th. And the people have a choice. It's Bill de Blasio or Beau Dietl. Very simple choice. There is no other choice. Thank you.
Follow up. Would you give PA members a raise? Would you commit to doing that?
I'm a former New York City cop and detective. You want cops to get a 2-year degree? You know what? You should pay cops more. You got cops facing all this nonsense with a mayor that doesn't like you. Of course, New York City Police Department should be higher than any police department in this world. They're the greatest police officers in the world. And for this mayor to treat him the way they did, he showed his colors when he flew away to Germany to get some Wiener Schnitzel with his son over there. When we had this detective who was gunned down, and all of a sudden he got on that plane. We had 200 people trapped in Penn Station, and he didn't care about it. They could have been dead people. I'm going to Wiener Stein, goes over to Germany. This guy needs to be taken out. You know what his attitude is? When he took all the homeless off the trains, when he stopped the trains, when he showed him the memo, he goes, I just don't care. I tell you what, de Blasio, I just don't care when you get unelected on November 7th, because I'm going to fight you. I can't wait to debate you. You can't keep me out. I raised over $1 million, baby. I'll be in them debates in October. Being you, de Blasio, I'm waiting.
How much of a raise would you give PBA members?
How much? I'd love to get the raises up to at least equivalent to the police departments around New York. Nassau County, Suffolk County, they're making great money. New York City cops should be making at least as much as they make. And the PBA, as far as I'm concerned, once a cop, always a cop. When the officer got killed the other day, I put together 10 grand for her. When every cop gets shot in New York City, I'm always there for them and their families. And anybody who has a tragedy, who's a cop in New York City, they know they just have to pick up the phone to me. Once a cop, always a cop.
And would you give other union members of the municipal workforce raises, teachers?
Well, you know, right away, this thing that the mayor came out with, now he's got 18 guys running around New York City giving tickets to cops that are illegally parked around the precinct. These are emergency responders, but yet he gave 60,000 placards for the school teachers that gave him $350,000. These are our emergency service. Our firemen, our emergency service workers, and our cops should have placards, because when a tragedy happens, and I was down there 9/11, and I won't forget it, and I stayed down there when those buildings come down, these eyes will never forget it. And who went down there? Cops, off duty, on duty, whatever they had to be, they were down there, firemen, to protect. We lost 343 of our brother firemen, and you want to know something? Our emergency service workers should be compensated by this city, because we call upon them to put their lives on the line. And to me, they're very important. And I'll guarantee you, the people of the communities of New York City agree with what I'm saying.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Paid for by friends of Beau Dietl.